everyone, my name is Laura, and for those of you that saw me talk at YesStories, it's quite a tough act to follow, because my talk at YesStories was all about crazy Russian stalkers, which is why Dave is hoping I'll do a Russian accent for you, and dramatic Irish coastline. So when thinking of what to chat about tonight, it was quite tough, because that's quite an adrenaline-filled story to kind of follow up, and actually life isn't really like that all the time. I mean, I have had some crazy adventures, but that's not the majority of how I spend my time. And actually, when thinking of you guys, especially in this community, you know, I think there are loads of moments that get our adrenaline running, and they're not always based on adventures. And whether you're going on an adventure, or whether you're setting up a new business, I think adventure has taught me plenty in handling the way you do both. I think the first thing I learned about adventure, and especially with regards to that kind of trip that went a bit wrong, was to enjoy the journey, actually, and to not kind of base your expectations on what you think that journey will look like. And I think that's really relevant for everyone here, because I know we're kind of a group of people that are kind of carving out maybe a different way of life and a different way of kind of what that looks like. And actually, I've kind of accidentally fallen into the job title of adventurer. And I don't really know how it happened, but I think I never ever intended to kind of be, you know, it's lauraexplorer.com, like I just really didn't ever see that kind of happening, but all I did for a couple of years was kind of just open myself up completely to thinking, what will make me happy? Because I was really, really, really miserable. And that was it really. So I kind of explored, I was like, well, maybe sport, maybe I'll get into sport, and maybe from there I'll kind of, you know, get out of my comfort zone. And I think that's all I can really kind of base my talk on tonight, is that get comfortable with being in that place of I don't know yet. I think whatever you're doing, people have a tendency, you know, we think of adults of just having this plan, and actually I think it's the complete opposite. And if you nail yourself to a plan and you think you have your 5-year plan, I don't think you're letting anything new come into your life, and I think that's just a disaster. The most interesting people I know have just kind of zigzagged all over the place, and it's the quickest way to kind of find out what works and what doesn't. I'm quite adventurous in that respect, in that I'd rather jump in head first and kind of figure it out. And I think it takes time to work out what it is that you're passionate about and all of those things, and you don't do that by kind of living cautiously. And the worst thing that you can do is kind of, you know, go back to plan A if it doesn't work out. So that's really all I wanted to kind of chat about tonight. And it's just that this is taken in Russia, actually, funny enough. This was on like day 3, and I didn't last much after this because it all went a bit insane. But I was reflecting on like what trips I could talk about, and actually it occurred to me that 2 of my most successful trips I hadn't intended to be on. So like there was a sailing trip from Sweden that I was meant to be rowing across the Pacific, and that obviously quite different. It was on a boat called Sea Dragon, and it's quite good that I got a taster of the sea because I got nicknamed Chunder Dragon because I get very seasick. The second, like, most recent trip I've done was cycling across Ireland, and again I was meant to be in Russia. So I think just kind of this open approach of like, okay, it's not what I expected, but what can I do with it, and like just be really open to kind of receiving that newness into your life. That's about it, really. Saying yes to uncertainty, I think.
Any questions for Laura?
Did you row across the Pacific?
No, I actually I pulled out of the team 6 weeks before the start.
I mean, by a long shot, did you know a girl called Design from Fury?
No.
She's
Sorry.
a friend of mine who just had a look past the team, so I wondered.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so.
Hi. What's next, or do you not have a plan?
There's a lot at the moment, actually. So the most immediate kind of defined plan at the moment, I've got Channel Islands triathlon, and that's just I'm swimming around Sark, I'm kayaking around Guernsey, and I'm cycling around Jersey, mainly because of triathlon you normally have to run, and I don't really like running, so I thought if I made up my own that I could just kind of avoid that. But yeah, that, and then we'll see from there. Like, I honestly have given up kind of planning much beyond that. So that's in June. I have no idea what I'll be doing past June, but I'm training for the swim section of that, and that goal is enough for me now to kind of, you know, have a focus.
What are you doing to train for the swim section?
I am doing a lot of swimming.
Sounds stupid.
Yeah. Probably should. sure what answer you wanted from that. Yeah, so actually swimming's the only one I'm training for because I'll be swimming for about 5 hours straight, and it's in the Channel Islands, so it's kind of the third biggest tidal range. I went to a facility the other day where they film you, and you think like, yeah, I'm a pretty good swimmer actually. Like, it's very I nearly drowned in a pool that actually you can stand up to your waist, so that was interesting. Working on that basically, not drowning in a pool up to my waist is the main focus.
So are you confident about this trip?
Yeah. I mean, like it's like anything new. Like that's why I chose to do a swimming challenge, because I haven't done one before, and I love that kind of whole process of having to learn something new, because I just feel like on that journey to becoming a competent swimmer, you know, you learn so much more about yourself, and you start out and you're rubbish and you're drowning in this pool up to here, when they just tell you to change your breathing. You know, it's just a really good kind of development process. Yeah. Hi.
Speaking of
How many Russian stalkers have I got now? So I still get about 200 messages every week.
Laura, can you preface it with... Whoa! Long way to go. Can you preface it with a quick outline of what happened?
Okay, yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, my journey in Russia was to kayak the Volga River, so it's 2,300 miles long. Should have taken me about 3 months, just me and my little kayak called Ariel. What unfortunately happened is that a message that my friends posted in Moscow saying this girl's coming through the river, like if you see her and you can put her up tonight or anything, that'd be great, went viral, so it went around Russia about 20,000 times before I'd even left Moscow, so that's 24 hours. And then within the first week, I was getting like 2,000 messages by the time I'd kind of reached the first week. People were coming to find me on the river. There's so many stories, but yeah, I mean, you get it's a big attention there. Accidentally.
Were some of them nice and some of them hostile, or was it all?
Yeah, it's funny actually, because with just the sheer volume of them, a lot of them were very nice, but when you're getting like thousands and thousands of messages, especially as a solo female traveller, it was just really risky. So a lot of the guys were kind of being quite inappropriate. I had a night where they were had about 5 guys come to my tent, kind of not wanting to leave and that sort of thing. I don't know if they misunderstood like adventure for something else, but lost in translation maybe.
Alrighty. Laura Kennington.